Well, that's good.
Hey, welcome back to the Like Lift. I'm Juan,
I'm Victor.
and this is the podcast where we actually lifted before we lifted, lifted before we podcasted. You can find us on eliteathlete.online. Boom, over there. If you have any questions for us, or if you're interested in getting your physical health on track for 2020, this is where you find it. You could also find us on Juan Lejalift _ on Instagram.
And Victor Leja _
All right, let's get to it. So Spurs won, killed the Grizzlies by like 30 one day, and then
something like that,
and then lost 2 in a row or 3 in a row.
I only know Mavs. You said Rockets.
Mavs,
I don't remember that one.
I know they lost against the Rockets, but I think it might have been before the Grizzlies.
Probably because the only ones that I saw was the Mavs, and that was by 4, which I'm not too upset about considering that Luke is back.
Well, they were down by a lot though.
Yeah,
they were down by
considering
a lot.
that Luke is back, I like that. I'm okay with where we were at. I would like to win, but I'm okay with what they did. So.
I still wish the international players were coming over to the Spurs because that's literally where they first started, just coming to the Spurs, and then
everybody else.
Well, that I can remember. Then everybody else started getting.
We pretty much
the
had
Pacers,
a team that was like a team world basically. It was the Spurs
pretty much.
a couple years ago,
like 7 flags or something. There's a guy on the Pacers, Indiana Pacers. He has like highlights in his hair. I don't know where he's from, but he's pretty good. I don't know his name.
I have to.
Sorry about that, dude. If you're watching.
Yeah.
I don't know if you are, but if you are, sorry about that.
Yeah, well, I have to look into it. I don't know the Pacers off the top of my head, all of them.
Yeah, and then Rubio's pretty good too.
Rubio is with Phoenix right now.
Yep, with Phoenix. They slipped though.
Yeah, they started like 5-1, and now they're like 500.
Yeah, now they're like the Spurs.
Now they're like 17-17 or something.
Yeah.
But I think DeAndre Ayton comes back soon. If not, he's already back.
Soon. I don't know.
Because I know it's 25 games. Yeah. I just don't know what game they suspended him for.
Yeah, because they're around.
Because it's like
30.
They're pretty much around 30 games. I just don't know what game got suspended. So he should be back soon. Maybe that'll be the boost they need again.
Yeah. Show the shirt off a little bit.
Yeah, where's yours?
Me, I used it to work out.
I was going to, but that's why I bought a different one. I was like, let me use the other
one with the plain white. Clean white. Yeah, I used my shirt to work out this morning.
Yeah, we need to order more. I've had a couple people ask me for one already.
Yeah, for one. Yeah, I know. I need to order more. Well, I didn't order the first ones to begin with, but I need to make another order. So the Spurs are still not even in the playoff race. I think they're in 9th place. So they're creeping slowly, but it's like 1 step forward, 2 steps back.
Yeah, but I think we're finally starting to get some sort of a rhythm. So hopefully, sometime between now and like the All-Star break, they figure it out.
All-Star break down, boy.
Well, it's like early February. You got 1 month.
That's true.
So it's not too bad. That's like another 10, 15 games.
Yeah.
So I mean, you're halfway through the season.
Well, they got the rodeo afterwards.
I believe so.
Yeah,
like in March.
Rodeo, it's in February.
February. So yeah, it should be.
It's February, then they come back in March, somewhere around there.
Yeah. So hopefully before the rodeo trip, they figured out because those are 8 games that or 8 is usually 8.
Last year they did terrible. I think they were like 1 for 7 or 1 for 9 or some crap.
So I really hope that they get it together before then, because if not, then there goes our playoff berth.
Yeah,
if we lose all.
You said they'd make it to 5th. Well, they can make it up to 5th.
I think so.
Which they can.
I mean, considering that we're still below 500 and in 9th. I think we'll be okay.
Because there's a few teams under 500 that are in like the 7th and 8th place right now. Like the Thunder.
The Blazers?
Thunder in there. I think the Blazers are close. They're in there.
They're the one above or one below us, but they are the disappointment this season.
Yes. Yeah, Blazers, Thunder, Spurs, the Timberwolves are all like in that, the Sun, Phoenix.
Yeah,
they're all in that like little area of
Phoenix and Blazers.
They're under
the
500.
Only 2 that I would say. I think Thunder and Timberwolves drop.
You think they drop?
I think that they're good. I just don't think they play well together. I don't think that Thunder are that good, but they have a few players that can get them through the game.
Yeah,
and I think the Wolves are just good. They just don't play well together.
Yeah. That's true. Anything else over that?
We'll
just throw a little side note on fantasy football since fantasy football is over, but you've got the champ in front of you. Boom. I'd like to
thank on this side.
Yeah, 3rd place. I'd like to thank all the losers for the league. Thank you for participating and witnessing greatness for the 3rd championship in this league. I will say, regretfully, that I made 11th place in a different league, but that's besides the point.
Yeah.
Let's just go with this one right here where I won first place.
Yeah.
We'll be ready next year, too.
So you averaged like 6th place, basically. You got first and
there's no averages.
You
it's like you either win or you don't win. So
well, see, you averaged 6th and I averaged 3rd. I think I'm a little bit above you.
But I actually won, so I got a trophy for that.
But you still averaged 6th place.
Whatever. And now moving on to macros. So macros don't count is what you were talking. Who were you talking to? Someone?
Yeah, somebody.
I
basically brought up this topic they read online, which is a red flag number 1.
Yeah.
You read something randomly online.
And I didn't read anything, but I did study biology, biochemistry as a minor, so I know a little bit of how the body works and its processes.
Yeah.
When you study the application of all that.
Yeah.
All right.
So basically what this person said they read was that calories don't matter because at the end of the day, your body's only going to...
Oh, let me cut you out right here, actually. Boom. Bachelor's of Science in Biology. All right, you can't see it, but it's right there.
Yeah, it's there.
All right.
And basically, calories don't count because your body's only going to lose X amount of weight regardless of how much better you eat and how much more you exercise. And just looking at it from the outside and even from a logical perspective, that doesn't make a lot of sense to me. First of all, if you drop your calories drastically, you're going to lose more weight. What kind of weight you're losing, whether it's body fat, muscle, whatever, it's entirely different, but you'll lose weight.
Lose weight. Biggest loser? You on that show, they'd be losing like 20 pounds, 18 pounds.
A week.
63 pounds and a toe. I don't know. They might drop a barbell on their toe. They might lose a toe, and then that's weight loss
there
too.
You go. Another 0.5 pounds or something.
Oh, and you don't even know. You don't even know you lost weight by losing a toe.
Yeah. And so that's basically the overview of it is calories don't matter because your body's only going to lose X amount of weight.
Yeah.
And then they went on to say it doesn't matter how much less or how much better you eat and how much more you exercise because you're still not going to go anywhere. And
man,
I mean, this is...
When I was tracking calories, I was losing whatever I anticipated to lose. Except for the weeks that I went overboard, which out of the 16 weeks that I did it, there was maybe 3 to 4 weeks where I would like overdo it on the weekends. Meaning I would drink or something, and it wasn't even heavily. It's just that I knew I wasn't like on track with my macros. I knew I was gonna gain weight, which I would, but then I'd get back on track, and I would lose exactly what I was expecting to lose.
Exactly.
Yeah, and actually, I'm gonna start again pretty soon tracking my macros. Right before the New Year's, I'm gonna start. I don't know what I'm gonna eat on New Year's, but I'm gonna start before so I can get myself in a pace, if you will.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know, because I mean, like I said, the biggest losers, they'd be losing like 18 pounds.
Yeah.
Now I will say, if you're like at very low body fat percentages, I think that might be applicable to where, like, what else do you have to lose? But,
I mean, you may lose weight slower, but it doesn't mean that somebody else with the same body fat can't lose more weight than you.
Right.
At the end of the day, if you have a lower, or I should say a higher caloric deficit, and you're both the same body fat, then you're probably going to lose more weight than the other person.
Yeah.
So the weight loss still applies. It just applies on a much smaller scale.
Yeah. And I think if you're taking into consideration your maintenance macro intake, and you go below it, you will be losing weight. Whether it's muscle, that's besides the point, but you will be losing weight. If you find your maintenance macro intake and then go below that, and then consistently track it and consistently stay below that, you will lose weight. But you'll lose more muscle if you're very low body fat percentage at that point. But yeah, I think that's more the point that I wanted to make on that.
Yeah, I mean, that's basically what it is. I mean, at the end of the day, yes, calories count. Just like if you overate 1,000 calories a day for a week, you're going to put on a lot of weight. It works the same way in reverse. Like I said, the amount of weight you lose is entirely beside the point, and that's a different topic. But the weight loss is what is being targeted here. And in terms of that, weight loss will definitely be higher with a bigger caloric deficit.
Yeah. That was just a little show for you.
Yeah.
And now, macro counting for the new year. Now that we have the new year approaching, people are going to start doing the new year, new me thing. We decided to do little segments to educate the public on how to look at the labels on the products that they are purchasing, so that they are more aware of what they are putting in their bodies. So here we'll start off with two good ones here. I'll let you do most of the reading since you're the pro.
Hold that one up.
So two products that we've already had.
The Zone Macros,
and then the Quest cookies right there. Boom. All right. So we'll start off with the Zone Macros. Throw it on the screen for them.
Yeah. So this one is that's actually the one I buy, the birthday cake flavor.
Yeah,
I'm not a huge birthday cake fan, but this one's really good.
Yeah, that flavor's good.
Like in terms of ice cream and all those things, I don't like birthday cake stuff, but this is great.
Yeah. All right. So while you're talking, I'm gonna bring it up here.
Well, I can't see
the
macros on there, but if I'm not mistaken, that one has 210 calories from the looks of it, and you get 7 grams of fat out of it. And I think they're the same as the Quest in about 21 grams of carbs and 15, 16 of protein, if I'm not mistaken, on there. And that, I can't see that, but...
I can't see that either. I don't know. That's terrible.
So,
all right, you hold it.
So, yeah, I see. So, 7 grams of fat, 21 grams of carbs, and you get 15 grams of protein with only 1 added sugar, which is great. And but you also only get 1 gram or less than 1 gram of fiber, should I say. So compared to the Quest cookie, which has 10 more calories at 220, but has 6 more grams of fat with 13, same amount of carbs at 21, and 1 more gram of protein at 16 instead of 15.
Macro counting. So you've got those two products right there that we would probably use.
Use the other side. Show them the other side.
What's this side?
That side. Show them this side. Yeah, so that way they can see reverse. That's not how though. You fell for it.
There we go.
That's better. So you do get 6 more grams of fat. I mean, it is only 10 more calories, but you do get 6 more grams of fat and about 10 more grams of fiber.
Yeah.
Which is where that comes in.
Fiber where? Which one what product are you talking about? You need to let us know what product we're talking about.
Well, I said 13 grams of fat.
Quest, all right. Quest, yeah.
Yeah, well, with the Quest, you get 6 more grams of fat and about 10 more grams of fiber. So it really depends on you. For me, they both work because, like I mentioned in a previous podcast, I already have trouble meeting my fat intake. So 13 grams would be perfectly fine for me, but to somebody else who gets their fats in pretty easily, or throws in half an avocado with every meal, or whatever the case is, that might not be ideal. But they're both good products, and if they both fit your macros, then they're pretty much the same calories, same protein, same carb. So it really just depends on what you need or can utilize better at that point in time. The biggest difference is going to be the fiber, but if you have a pretty well balanced diet, then the fiber should come regardless. So as far as I'm concerned, it really is, at this point, it's a point of preference. Today, am I lower on fat? Do I need more fat? Or, do I want less fat, basically, because the protein and carbs are exactly the same. So know what you need at that point in time and then that day and follow through.
Yeah, we have 2 more products to compare here. So comparing to these were 210 calories. These right here are 160 calories. So less calories, but don't be fooled by the less calories on these. So you can't really see them, and I know it's going to show up in reverse, but fats-wise, you've got 10 grams of fat, you've got 15 grams of carbs, and 2 grams of protein and 160 calories. So although they are less calories, what you are lacking is a protein. Everything else seems about the same as these 2 products. So yes, there are less calories in these 2 right here, these ruffles, but the reason why the only difference is really the protein. This thing's lacking the protein, even though it has similar macronutrients in these. Okay, so again, we're going over how to read macronutrients on these.
Yeah, and the nice thing about it now is that most companies, if I'm not mistaken, by July have to have the calories and added sugars and all that stuff in bold. So that immediately drives your eyes to the more important aspect of it, so you can more easily, find whatever it is that you might be looking for.
Right.
So look for the bold letters, and if there's something that you're looking for isn't in bold, then just scroll down, but you should be okay with bold.
And now we're going to compare a product that people might think is healthier, so veggie straws. I don't know how many of y'all eat them veggie straws, but you can actually compare them to Ruffles. Now these are 140 total calories, which is even less calories than the. Let me get this situated. Which is actually less calories than the Ruffles. But as far as the macros are concerned, 7 grams of fat, so less fats than the Ruffles. Carbs are 18 grams of carbs, which are more than the Ruffles, but only 1 gram of protein, which actually the Ruffles have more protein than the veggie straws. Again, the only difference is 20 calories, but everything seems about the same as far as like the only trade-off is the Ruffles have more fat, but these have more carbs in it. But the biggest difference in the calorie intake is really the amount of protein that the product has. So really, if you added protein to the chips, then they'd be the same macros as what's called protein bars. So if you're having a snack, I think the better option would be the protein bar or the protein cookie by Quest.
By far.
Or Zone Perfect right here. Okay, because fats and what's called carbs wise, it's going to be about the same for whether it be the chips or the protein products.
Not to mention the micronutrients, which vitamins and minerals. That would be different too. But like I said, the biggest thing would be the protein, and I think it's a lot more dangerous, at least personally speaking, to open up a bag of chips and to open one protein bar, because there is no way that I'm going to eat one serving, because it's 9 chips. And then actually 12 chips, 9 servings per container. So 12 chips is 1 serving, and there is 0 chance that 12 chips fill me up and I stop at 12 chips.
Yep. So just what to look for in macronutrients: your fats, carbohydrates, and your protein, and then to some extent fiber as well. But your fruits and vegetables should carry a lot of your fiber. So if you're eating plenty of that and less things that are in bags or plastic containers or what have you, you're gonna be okay for the most part. Anything else?
No, I think we got it all wrapped up.
Yeah. So things to consider, things that look healthy. If you just look at the caloric intake for the macros, you're gonna find out, if you compare it to something that's not as healthy, that they're actually about the same. Veggie straws are thought to be healthier than Ruffles chips, but they're actually about the same in macros.
Or just the name itself, veggie straws. You hear veggies and you automatically think it's healthier, it's better.
Right.
And I've heard things like that before. So make sure you read into the label and know what you're getting before you get it, because that's exactly that. Well, this is what I eat, and I'm eating veggie straws. I'm eating veggies, and so I should be losing weight, but that's not the case.
Yeah, so if you're going to have a snack, I'd stay away from the chips in general. Don't worry about it and stick with something like this that has a little bit more protein. That's going to be a little bit better for you if you're working out. Okay. Now, if you're not working out, then protein's still going to be more helpful than if you didn't take it in, but it'll be better for you if you work out. All right.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No.
That's it for us today. You can find us on eliteathlete.online for all your physical health needs. Victor Leja _
mine,
and Juan Lejalef _ on the Instagram. Es todo por hoy. Ya terminamos. Dale. Oh, no, not yet. Merry New Year and Happy Christmas. Es todo por hoy. Dale.
Merry Chrysler.